Hey guys, I got a confession. I was Joan of Arc in my past life. I know it sounds crazy, but hey, you should totally buy my book about it for $19.99. Hey folks, Lacey Green here for D News. I've been seeing some pretty weird stories around on Facebook spreading like wildfire. They're stories about little kids who believe that they've been reincarnated. In one story I read, a kid told his village elders that he'd been murdered with an axe in a previous life, and then he proceeded to show them to a buried skeleton with an axe. The kicker? The little boy has a long red birthmark on his head. So this story isn't the first of its kind. Dr. Jim Tucker, a psychiatrist at the University of Virginia, wrote a book about the experiences of several American children who believe they've been reincarnated. One kid claims that he used to be a World War II pilot, another a Hollywood agent, and another the star golf player Bobby Jones. The doctor claims that the children, sometimes as young as 3 or 4, can give obscure and detailed recollections of the historical figures they claim to be. So what's going on here? Hey, maybe they were reincarnated, or maybe there's more to the story. Let's look at the scientific alternatives here. Studies published in the journal Consciousness and Cognition found that people who believe they lived past lives are twice as likely to make memory errors as the general population, specifically source monitoring memory errors, where you forget where a thought or idea originally came from. They found that when people with this tendency are repeatedly asked to talk about a suggested idea, like say having a past life, some of them go on to convert the idea to a full-blown false memory. In the psych world, this is called the power of suggestion, the great power of the mind to realistically blur the lines between a story or idea that's been suggested to us and something that's actually happened. Researchers at Harvard found similar results in alien abduction studies. They also found that these source memory errors are more common in people with vivid imagery skillage in the brain. They respond to and imagine experiences in more vivid and realistic detail, making it easier to misattribute information as a memory when it isn't. Of course, this effect is exaggerated for little kids who are particularly vulnerable to the power of suggestion and forgetting where an idea came from, especially if it was planted by, say, their parents. Oh yeah, you know what I'm about to suggest. Say this village kid with the birthmark on his head also lives near the burial site of a murder victim. If the parents could make a quick buck off suggesting to their kid that that was you in a past life and your birthmark proves it, would they? Particularly if they're into reincarnation? This sort of suggestion from parents could start with a few coincidental similarities and easily convince a little kid with a little storytelling. Trace made a funny point this morning. He said, "It's funny how these kids always have extreme memories where they were brutally murdered or really famous. None of them are just like, oh yeah, I remember being a regular guy, lived and died, you know, normal stuff." Okay, so we're skeptics, can you tell? Let me know what you guys think about child reincarnation stories down below, and we'll see you next time with more science updates.